go for Bulldoze. That's going to hit everybody on the field for super effective damage. Hello everybody, Ace Liam here, and welcome back to another episode of MetroMania, the ongoing 16 Pokemon Metronome-only double battle tournament to determine the MetroMania Champion. And here we are, 15 weeks later, we are in the final of Season 13. Iron Moth went out in the semi-final last week, leading Iron Hands into a showdown with Miraidon. Who's going to come out of this as Season 13 Metromania Champion? Here we go. It's the final, baby. Who's excited? Let me know in the comments who you think is going to be the Season 13 champion. Is it going to be Iron Hands? Is it going to be Miraidon? Which of these Pokemon is going through? We see the Hadron engine activating, the Quark drive activating for everybody on the field. Everybody loves the electric terrain. We get it, guys. Whatever. Although it does raise the attack of the Iron Hands, so do be careful with that. It also raises the special attack of the Miraidon, right? Fake out on turn 1? When does that ever happen in Metromania? Good lord, Miraidon with the pro plays. We have a super effective high horsepower to start things off. It's a physical attack, which isn't really Miraidon's forte, but it does a great chunk of damage there to Shiny Iron Hands. Of course, regular Iron Hands is going to flinch this turn. Shiny Iron Hands goes for Uproar, which is a bad start. A special attack that you're locked into for the next few turns is not a good idea. So not a great play by Shiny Iron Hands there. Shiny Miraidon goes for Absorb, absorbing a bit of HP from the regular Iron Hands there. Absorb your way into the subscribe button. Terrible segue. Turn on all notifications so you never miss an episode of anything on this channel. There's an Icy Wind from the regular Miraidon onto both Iron Hands. It is going to slow them both down, but they're already both the slowest thing on the field. So there's not really a great benefit to that, but you still got some chip damage on both of them. Regular Iron Hands goes for Final Gambit into Shiny Miraidon, and it's not enough to take it down because of the fake out and the absorb damage. You've got to think a full health Iron Hands probably would have taken down that Shiny Miraidon. What a mistake to make in the final of Metromania. This does not bode well for the Iron Hands team. Too many early mistakes already. There's focus energy like it needs it from Miraidon. And of course, Shiny Iron Hands still locked into bloody Uproar. Shiny Miraidon goes for Hyper Voice for a big chunk of damage there. Shiny Iron Hands in the danger zone. There's the Uproar. It's finally ended the Uproar, but is that too little too late for round 1? Unbelievable scenes. Will-O-Wisp, how cruel from Miraidon. An Iron Hands that's burned is just completely useless. It's basically a useless lump just sitting on the field, adding value to nobody, able to do nothing. It's basically your dad. Here's Liquidation, which doesn't even give it... We know the burn damage is going to take down this Iron Hands this turn, so we know round 1 is going to the Miraidon team. So already, we know it's 1-0 to Miraidon. Let's take a moment and hear from our lovely sponsors one last time for this season. Over to a beautiful, handsome man.
Well, this is kind of sad, isn't it? This is the last time in this season of Metromania we get to talk about G Fuel! If you don't know by now, and at this point in the season, how can you possibly not know, G Fuel is a wonderful energy formula with barely any calories, zero sugar, and a whole heap of wonderful flavors, over 50 wonderful flavors, including the lovely Blue Bomber slushie that I'm drinking today. That's the Mega Man flavor that tastes like the icy drink you get at the cinema. You know the one. Oh, that is absolutely fantastic. Get your ass now over to gfuel.com, fill up your basket with all kinds of wonderful things, stock up on the flavors you're short on, try some flavors for the first time, get yourself a starter pack if you're new to G Fuel. Just remember, when you do, use code ACE and you'll save yourself 20% off your G Fuel order and support this channel at the same time. Thank you to everybody that uses code ACE at any point, or even just visits gfuel.com using our referral link. We really, really appreciate all of your support, and we thank G Fuel for being such great sponsors. Remember though, G Fuel is for over 18s only because it contains caffeine, and children don't need to be anywhere near caffeine. They're annoying enough as it is, and because it contains caffeine, drink it responsibly. Don't be a dickhead.
And here we are in round 2. Iron Hands very much on the back foot because, good lord, they had a terrible round 1. As we see the Hadron engine and the Quark drive and everything taking effect, the Miraidon team may be about to clean sweep. They are absolutely primed and ready. They showed that they have the prowess in this first round, and throughout this competition, they've been very dominant. Like, just go back to Koraidon versus Miraidon. It was unbelievable. Here's Shiny Miraidon, though, who's going to go for Vice Grip onto Iron Hands, although don't count the Iron Hands team out, because they've had some very dominant victories. en route to get to where they are now. Here's Ice Shard from the regular Miraidon there, not doing a great deal of damage, but they're chipping away at regular Iron Hands with that double in. Here's a resisted special attack Thunder Shock. Not going to do a great deal of damage there, even with same type attack bonus behind it and an electric terrain in effect. Regular Iron Hands, though, goes for Ally Switch, which is kind of a pointless move when you think about it, especially in this situation. Not really going to make a whole heap of difference. But here comes a regular Miraidon with Flail, but it's not really taken any damage yet, so that was a bit of a wasted turn. Over to Shiny Miraidon now, who's going to follow up with Zap Cannon. That could deal some damage, although it would be resisted. Avoided, though. Using 50% damage, 50% accuracy moves in the final of MetroMania is a big risk. Oh, but speaking of accuracy, 30% accuracy Horn Drill from the Shiny Iron Hands, looking to make a quick KO there. Here's an Ancient Power from the regular Iron Hands, maybe looking for that Omni Boost, but it does not happen. And now regular Miraidon goes for Shore Up, but it's not taking any damage, so another wasted turn for regular Miraidon there. Shiny Miraidon now looking to follow up, goes for Charge Beam. It's not going to be very effective, but still did a decent chunk of damage there to regular Iron Hands. But most importantly, it gets the special attack +1, which is going to help the Miraidon going forward. Although that's more like it. Ice Hammer from regular Iron Hands onto Shiny Miraidon. Drops Iron Hands speed one stage, but Shiny Miraidon is sitting on 3 hit points right now. Shiny Iron Hands is going to go for Night Slash into regular Miraidon for a big chunk of damage there as well. Shiny Miraidon barely clinging to its health right now. Goes for Smackdown. Not very effective physical hit into Iron Hands there. So Iron Hands can eat that up all day with its defense stat. And now, regular Miraidon goes for Play Nice. Now, that's the smartest play we've seen all day. Take the attack stat away from Iron Hands. -1 attack with that Play Nice onto regular Iron Hands. Shiny Iron Hands, though, goes for Dragon Tail. It doesn't matter that it's super effective. Doesn't matter that it's physical. That is enough to take down Shiny Miraidon. With 3 hit points left, it wasn't going to live like a Tickle, was it really? Although Tickle would just lower its attack and defense by 1 stage. Very good. Here's a Gust, though, from the regular Iron Hands here. Don't count this Miraidon out yet, because the Iron Hands team could make a lot more mistakes. We saw them in the previous battle, although an explosion is probably not a great idea from the regular Miraidon there. Has it just thrown this round? Barely any damage to either of the Iron Hands, so we're going to a 3rd round. Miraidon just said, you know what? I'm doing this with my partner Pokemon, or I'm not doing this at all. Good lord. So we're into a 3rd round. One of these 2 teams is going to be your MetroMania champion, and it's all down to this final sudden death round. Will it be Iron Hands? Will it be Miraidon? Will it be... Well, it can only be one of these 2 teams, really. So great promo there. Good stuff. Over to regular Miraidon to start proceedings off with a guard split. And I'm going to pretend like I know what guard split means, but I'm also not going to pretend that I know what guard split means, because I don't know what it does, and I'm not about to learn. Here's Astonish from the Shiny Miraidon into the regular Iron Hands there. Not a great deal of damage dealt, though. Miraidon not known for its physical prowess. Another guard split. So they're guard splitting back at each other. This is rubbish. Don't do this. This is the final of MetroMania Season 13. I want to see some action. Here's a Sacred Sword, speaking of which. Big damage, more than half of Shiny Miraidon's HP taken away by that Sacred Sword from regular Iron Hands. Here's a Throat Chop from Shiny Miraidon onto the Shiny Iron Hands. Not very effective. Physical hit, barely any damage once again. Here comes the regular Miraidon with a low kick into Shiny Iron Hands there for a decent chunk of damage, considering it's a physical hit into an Iron Hands. And here is regular Iron Hands with Coaching. It's going to raise the attack stat of Shiny Iron Hands by 1 stage, as well as the defense stat by 1 stage. Now that's a scary Iron Hands right there with the Quark Drive boosted attack and +1 attack on top of it. Goes for a not very effective special Water Pledge. Well done, mate. Way to utilize those increased stats, my dude. And here is regular Miraidon with Zen Headbutt. That would be super effective, but it's avoided by Iron Hands. So now Shiny Miraidon needs to make up for some lost time here. What will it do? Gonna go for Outrage. At least it's the same type attack bonus move, but it is physical into an Iron Hands with +1 defense, so it's not dealing as much damage as it probably could do. Here is the regular Iron Hands, who's gonna go for Stockpile. Normally, we don't see Stockpile in Metromania. We normally see Swallow or Spit Up or whatever else your mum chooses to do on a Friday night. But there's the +1 on defense and special defense onto the regular Iron Hands there. Shiny Iron Hands is going to go for Bulldoze. That's going to hit everybody on the field for super effective damage. Regular Iron Hands must have known it was coming because it raised its defense. Shiny Miraidon is down. Regular Miraidon is down to less than half its max HP. Speed drop for Miraidon. Speed drop for regular Iron Hands. And this is looking ropey for Miraidon. What will it do in response here? It needs to take one of these Iron Hands out. Goes for coaching, but its own partner isn't here anymore. So now it's over to the Iron Hands team to do what they do best. What are they going to do? We'll get Headlong Rush. That's super effective with +1 attack and Quark Drive boost. Down goes Miraidon, and your Season 13 MetroMania Champions are the Iron Hands team. Iron Hands has gone all the way. Who had Iron Hands on their Metromania betting slip? You shouldn't bet on Metromania, don't bet on it ever, but who had Iron Hands? Because good lord, you were correct. What a great season and what a great final. Well done, Iron Hands. Now let's say a massive thank you once again to our Ace Trainer Ultra XL members: Bro Metapod, Purple Dragonair, Ghost Lupin, Sin City Yeti, Mumbai Cobra, Gear Overlord, Toy Bonnie, TJ the Nerd, Night Angel, Lucas Gates, Gamer Guy Mike, Kingly Gamer YT, Viridian Folk, and Poke Trainer Dean. Thank you all so much for your massive support on this channel.
So that'll do it for another season of Metromania. I hope you've enjoyed this year's season. The new season, Season 14, will begin the 30th of December 2023. So get yourself hyped for that. Hope you've enjoyed this season. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, become a member, all that good stuff. Use code ACE for money off G Fuel, and I'll see you in my live streams. But until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.